Welcome to the Chairman Television Station, Wazobia TV, channel 98 on top of GoTV Cable, Star Times, channel 195, My TV, channel 17, UHF 57, and DSTV, channel 259. We don't come again with that Ogbonge politics discussion show. As in a heart, we tell them say every weekday from 10 to 11 at Christmas, they say all the action to the way they come and smoke inside Nigeria political boxing ring. We go drop them, discuss the matter, give you license to chook my this and talk them the way it take me for, but so that those who don't give the mandate to represent us go hear the voice of God in the voice of the people and do the right thing to move this our country forward. Today's topic go come up plenty smoke because it concerns everybody inside the border Nigeria. My name na Ezogo Chokwode, and as usual, I know the alone inside studio. We get Ogbonge visitor and my brother when Sabi well as they concern the politics matter. As in a heart.
Yes, I'm a wonderful Tuesday morning to our beautiful viewers who they watch us right now. That same program. As in a hot, I will carry coming our way. Where we go sunshine now and different matters we get to do with them. You know, our Budo Nigeria, that is political, social, anything at all. And now we to the normally sunshine. So that at least by the time we table up our issues, now we also feel called. Contribute in our own quarter to the whole matter because we don't let the talk and say this platform, say Nigeria as a whole, to not by anybody personal estate. That is why we at least will get this kind of platform where everybody go pour out a heart, pour out in voice, at least for the betterment of our country, Nigeria. And by the time we open that phone line, at least that will also be called. May also bear in mind, we got 3 solid telephone line for now. I want to free line. We don't let the tell say this to free line, it is very, very free. May I call, may I express myself, may I talk as it be. But the payment to call, may I leave that one for us. My name never change, my name remains Unkubi. And this is us.
Our Ogbonge visitor on a person when we say when he get to do with say you they plant something inside ground or you they arrange things when we say people go chop inside their belly today okay. He be master for that one. In fact, if we get University of Food, he go be professor based on say not be just saying talk saying one do amo, he don't learn everything about them and even internationally they recognize that if you see him. They stand like 3. If you see him, he be like farmer because he be truly farmer. He be person when we say out of the 50 people when they select inside Obodo Africa, the full Africa, with all the millions of people when they be the 50 when they select say go and represent this great continent in the eye of the world. Then they call him one champion because they represent one Africa. They talk of no other than Sipasi Olalekan. Ayodele. Mr. Farmer, welcome to As the Hot.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited and glad to be here to discuss the situation of our country, Nigeria, and Africa as a whole.
Oga Sipasi, we understand say yes, when it comes to the English, they speak and well, but then you also need to at least for the benefit of our viewers. We don't say English, they do but you go still need to infuse them with some kind of solid.
Any language only like me speak. But when people first fear me, I say, as I introduce them, he be like saying no, they plan them down. He just give vote of thanks. Oga Sipasi, you go enjoy yourself on top of the show. But we get one tradition. We shake the hand of our visitors them.
Thank you.
Because we know they hide mouth when one ask question. We go ask them if you they claim say you be farmer and everybody from Nigeria are farmer and things they go up, people they hungry. It just be like saying
also diversification.
They say diversify. We don't say anything. You go answer the question here today.
I am very sure that we are going to have a very beautiful session today, and the world at large, Africa, Nigeria, we are going to take responsibilities by ourselves.
Who could be this guy? He sure they not only farmer. He sure they not be farmer lawyer because you only just answer the question. No problem. We'll go straight into the one who carry come. We call this one today. Everything for markets don't cost. And make I just give this small graphical illustration. Make Nigerians understand. If you see the Nigerian flag, now green, white, and green. They say the white stand for, okay, everything we get to do with love, unity, peace, everything. And the green stand for agriculture. We can't even get 2 times when we say the thing appear. Meaning say the agriculture
back to
inside
back.
This our country. Now back to back.
Back to back.
It's too full. But I won't ask you. They say the land is green. They say now everything. They say agriculture. Nothing when you plant for Nigeria. It go grow. It go do this, it go do that. But if people enter market, then they be like saying now place where they go cut onions. And then go because people they cry. Big money when they carry go market. The thing know they come back anything at all. I want to ask one very important question. This talk about say, oh, the land is green. Nigeria is blessed. Our land is this. Now formats are being true.
It is actually very true that we are a green nation. And it is inconceivable that a land blessed with arable land and water. We have the land, we also have water. And it has been stated that by the year 2050, Africa is going to feed the world. Why? Because 65% of the world arable land lies in Africa.
65%?
65%. That means that we have a lot of potentials in agriculture. But now, the government need to take responsibility in some certain areas to make agriculture interesting for the youth. We can't tell our youth in this particular country or in Africa to go into agriculture without proper incentives. That means we are only committing argumentum averecondia, fallacy of hasty generalization. So now we need to rise up to our responsibility as Africa to claim the glory of Africa in order to alleviate hunger and poverty in our nation.
Unkubi, may we rush go break. We don't jam wetin pass us today. Unkubi, you don't find trouble.
No, now.
Argumentum what?
Wait, take a easy.
Abeg, may we go break, come back.
Me, I will make an analyzer for you, make I break down
Argumentum.
Hold on. By the time we go come back, I will break down the argumentum. Hold on. Don't worry.
We don't.
Yes, and welcome back. The program now Ask It Hot, and at least for viewers who watch us for GoTV channel 98, Star Times channel 195, if they watch us for My TV channel 17, or perhaps now free to air they do channel 57, or perhaps if you're one of those people they do DSTV channel 259. We don't carry one at least the same platform come at the hot, where we discuss topical issues, different issues we affect our body Nigeria. And on today's matter, we look into very important matter where at least we concern everybody, because this matter will not be avoid them. Because now what would actually live and what this matter get to do with it? Everything for market don't do it, don't cost. We look into the issue of agriculture. I'll still get them Sipasi Olalekan Ayodele will be at least agriculturist, will be agriculture for house, and the could also day for the house as well. And before we go for that break, Oga Olalekan be drop one kind of solid term. And the court say yes, coming back, so I'll do it. I will explain that time to Nigerians. Now what that time mean, Chukudi? If you give me the license, may I explain?
Explain now.
Thank you, because I know at the point where they're talking, you were confused. So me,
but he not talk the word. He not talk what.
No. I know hear him.
You know hear him.
I know hear him. My own analysis now I'll give to them. And what do they mean now? It actually means hasty generalization. That is rushing into things, saying that like this you go be. Say it is very easy for you to say, wow, achieve particular something. If for instance government talks say agriculture they very easy. Well, you can step into it and make money. Waiting with those measures. What if those measures where government also put down? So for us to just jump in, nobody be the thing. So now what in they try explain with that.
Very true.
Abi?
Or you don't do well.
Thank you very much.
Here, make I come ask this important question. We don't hear say if Nigeria won't come up from the difficult situation when they talk one big word, they say diversification. And the only diversification, the one where people they shout now, agriculture. Say make young people, make everybody move into agriculture. If we move into agriculture, money go there, yes. Food go there, people go become big men, people go become this, people go become that. But you just talk and here say, fallacy of hasty generalization. People no fit enter inside agriculture without incentives. That is, things when go attract them, when go make agriculture sweet to them. If we want to address the problem of hunger for Nigeria today, rising cost of food for Nigeria today, say 180 million plus Nigerians, we must chop morning, afternoon, night, because they need the food to grow. Wetin be the things when we go do to use ensure say this agriculture to unkubi when wear suit. If they attractive to them. To me, when we say they will do agriculture before they help people, if they attractive to me.
Chukudi, let me tell you that if you go into agriculture with just the passion that there is money in agriculture, then you have a possibility of 90% failure. You know? Because there are three things that must be in place.
Three things.
Three things.
You could be right down, right now.
Number one, education. Number two, nutrition. And number three, policy. Now, this is what one in Africa has actually achieved. By educating our people, it is the success of our society is a collective responsibility. You should do yours, you should do yours. Then the government also, I will keep on emphasizing, they must do their part. I was in Germany about a month ago for the G20 conference.
Okay.
I got to Berlin. I saw the system there. They have a system that works. I was at Brodenburg about an hour and they have 2 hours
Just
from
yes,
Germany.
yes.
Yes, Germany.
From Berlin.
Exactly, from Berlin.
From Berlin. Now, you don't go there before.
Thank you. Hey! Continue.
No, it's just an hour. It's an hour now.
Okay.
An hour. Okay.
Now, you know, just an hour or two to Brodenburg, which is the farming village. They told us that they are taking us to village to go and see farming. Chukwudi, I got to the village. I shouted,
Village.
Is this VI? Village. You know, you need to see the incentives the EU, European unions, are putting down for agricultural purposes. You know, they have a fuel station even on the farm, a fuel station, and you have the road channel very well. You see wind vein up, right and left. It is only in Nigeria and probably some countries in Africa, you will travel for about 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, and you see bush, right, left, and almost center, because you have some portal growing grass. True. You know, you have bush everywhere. But here, the lands that are not fertile, they use it for forest to preserve their wildlife and ecosystem. Now, what can the government do? I am not here to talk about the problem of Africa, to talk about the problem of Nigeria. But now we need a sense of urgency in the agricultural sector of our country.
That's sharp, sharp.
You know, urgency. Because can you just imagine that 58 million children are stunted in Africa?
58 million.
58 million.
58 million.
58 due to what? Poor nutrition and subnutrition.
Meaning say 58 million children for inside this Africa.
For inside this Africa.
The kind food when they chop.
Not be the kind food they
not be what they chop.
No, not at all. Under the age of 5. Just under the age of 5.
Under the age of 5.
Other age is not the among.
No, other age is not the among.
Hey.
Just under the age of 5. Now, this is a problem that can be tackled with agriculture. You know, and we need to be proactive as a nation.
Meaning say we suppose they act.
Wake up, make we wake up.
Make we talk, make we do.
We have no time to demonstrate any longer. We have to swing into action. I studied animal production and health, first degree and second degree animal science. And I understand the agricultural ecosystem of West Africa, East Africa, and I had the European perspective.
This education, this first degree, now for Nigerian university.
Now for Nigerian university.
Meaning say for inside our university, that they teach wetin we even know to use field do agriculture.
Of course.
Continue.
Now, one of the things our systems need to get right is that where our research works that we did as projects in our universities. Now, I am still standing on my research work I did so many years ago. You know, now you go to universities, you have our projects in the shelves of our lecturers.
Yes.
We need to pull them out for
and
local
put them into at least
content initiative.
Thank you very much.
When we talk about local content initiative, these are things that can work for us. We are the ones to solve our problem. In One Africa, they selected about 50 exceptional youth in Nigeria. You know, cutting across all the states. We are currently in about 19 states, making waves. I'm into agriculture, and their focus is on about 3 areas. We have nutrition, which is agriculture, education, and everything. So 3 of them, we have exceptional youths that their strength lies in this area, and they are doing wonders at the grassroots to the policymakers, advising the policymakers on the way to go. We sign petition online and offline, you know, to make sure that we have a responsible society.
But Oga Olalekan, you keep mentioning, say, yeah, we need to at least enter into the right step to get responsible society, and a couple of that is we don't talk. But no, we also bring them. If you look Nigerian history, from the onset, from the beginning, you go see agriculture, we just talk about. Now, sometimes, now like part of us. We take and grow, now part of our history. Okay, down the line, we suppose don't do it in nurture them. And now, at some point, we could see government to say, just like they don't reawaken to what we don't get before. But then, just like say some of the approaches, or perhaps no, they fit into this thing, no, they fit into the table. But these people, they also travel abroad, they say as they be.
Thank you.
Olalekan, waiting with those hard measures, where this government supposed to take, rather than paying lip service to all this kind of stuff, because lip service not going to fit do anything.
Thank you. Now, I will continue to say that we need to wake up to responsibility. At the G20 conference in Berlin, the Minister of Economic Cooperation and Development, Minister Godmuller, took a chocolate and showed us that this chocolate cost about 10 euros. You know.
You could convert 10 euros for Nigeria.
Now, don't they convert? 10 euros, you know. Now, he made mention of something that even 1 euro is not getting to the farmer in Africa.
And now him be the person when they start that production.
Now, person will sweat with that. You know, from the nursery to watering to planting, after about 3 years, it started fruiting and being exported. Now, just 1 euro out of the 10 euro is not actually getting to the farmer.
To the root of it.
Yeah. Now, agriculture is a very lucrative business if you have the right information. But in our country, production, processing, packaging, transportation, and power is still a problem.
Yes.
If we have it, shukudi. If we have it, we are going to be a power shift in the agricultural sector of the world. Now, one of the we have one champion in Africa, then we have one youth ambassadors in Germany. So I met with them, and I asked one of my friends, Constantine, now what is the power situation of Germany? Shukudi, constant response. He said, in my lifetime, I witnessed power outage just twice.
In lifetime.
How old is this person?
About 27 years.
So meaning say for where he grew up, in 27 years, now only 2 times.
2 times.
They don't take light.
20 minutes and 30 minutes.
Even the 2 times, 20 minutes
and 30 minutes. Then I was like, Jesus Christ, what is happening?
You shout.
I shouted. I got back to Nigeria, reached Ikorodu. That night, light day. The next 4 days, light no day again. All the water where I accumulate for Germany, the thing sweat come out.
Meaning say Nepa give una right.
Yes.
Can't use left, collect her 4 times. No verse, sorry.
So
continue.
I told the guy, I said, come, in my own life, I've seen darkness times 5, waiting be 5.
Even you as you dey like this, if light dey, body go begin dey scratch you. Because you go dey fear say transformer will blow.
Now, I was in Germany. Anytime I enter my room, the first thing I do is to carry my charger. You know that mentality, don't do. Say, hey, there's
before
light.
They talk,
light
before they
day,
take,
light,
like,
before they take out.
charge.
You know, these are things we need to put in place. Just ordinary power, you know, can destroy your production. Imagine how can you go into production, you know, without having power. You know, these are just basic needs. You know, I mean, production without power. These are things we are begging. We are pleading to our government. And one of the things that happened that struck me most in Germany, we went there to write Berlin Charter on Agriculture. I was selected among about 30 Africans that went for the Berlin Charter. So we got there, and the title of the charter was Creating Opportunities for the Youth in the Rural World. Creating opportunity
for youth.
I want us to put that in bracket, for youth in the rural world. But because of the inclusion and participatory nature of the Europeans, they call us to come and review it. When we review, we said, now you brought us from Africa and the G20 countries, you know, great 20 countries of the world to come and review. Now you are putting it as creating opportunity for the youth. But we are the one doing it with you. So we reviewed it to creating opportunity with the youth. Immediately, it was changed. Immediately, it was changed. Sharp. Now, this is what we call inclusive government.
Getting you involved.
Getting youth involved. You can't be planning agriculture for the youth. We have the strength to do it. Then let us bring our initiatives
into it.
We have a lot of projects on cassava processing plants. It's in Africa that you see people harvesting cassava. The women will almost break their backs.
Harvesting cassava.
Harvesting cassava.
When we say, if maybe one machine, they will feed do am.
We go just fast production. Just they pull them out, just they give you, just they drop out.
Let me shock you. Let me shock
take
you.
like hours.
I was at a particular African countries for an agricultural event. And these professors developed cassava harvester.
In Africa.
In Africa. And it was not something that was designed. Working. We saw the machine working. And he gave it to the government, told the government about it. And the government, after about some months, they imported harvesters from other countries. So how are we helping a professor, a university professor? So how are we helping our system? You know, we have to have a government that works with the system. Now, the United Nations, you know, moving from the MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, to the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, they actually put a peg that by the year 2030, you know, that we must completely fight hunger. But now...
Are we actually on the verge of fighting hunger?
Exactly.
Because the problem, right, is, if it's going to be what you don't talk now, we have actually outlined the project where we say we need to achieve in a particular year. But then, before it gets to that year, that problem go down day once. But with the present reality we get right now, Sipasi, say you see our government, we see that sudden transformation, that sudden change in the ideology of our leaders. Because nobody said they don't know these problems. But attending to the problem the way it ought to be attended to.
You are very correct. And once again, let the leaders invite the active players, the youth active players in the industry.
The people who sabi
in the industry to come forth and bring their innovations to table. For my backyard, for Ikorodu, I produce 15 crates of egg.
15 crates of egg.
15 crates of egg.
Between what duration?
No, every day I produce 15 crates from my backyard.
15 crates?
Now.
Every day?
Every
15
day.
crates?
Yeah.
Chukudi, I dey change work.
Now.
I'm going straight into agriculture.
Don't let them hear.
No, not be that one. I mean, part-time job, part-time job.
No, you say you go change work. Now what you talk about?
Part-time job.
You say you go change work.
Chukudi, part-time job now. Part-time job.
You say you will change work.
Part-time job.
You not talk say you go get another one. You say you will change.
Chukudi, add up.
Maybe so. MD don't hear. Continue.
What is your
you
problem?
will change work.
What is your problem?
I will finish you. You will change
finish
work.
Yourself.
Please keep
What
this
is your
recording.
problem?
Keep this recording. You will change work. You will change. Now what thing our Ogbonge
no, you say agriculture we dey try.
Everybody want to do farmer. They no sabi the thing. You just hear 15 crate now. You don't calculate. Igbo man, 15 times how much? You will change work. Don't worry. Continue, Oga Sipasi.
Now, 15 crates of egg from my backyard.
Just you alone.
Yeah. Now, of course, you'll be wondering if I'm actually living in a bush, no? How do I control the menace? You know, the waste. I use the waste on our Protect Ozone project. We have a project in the Ikorodu, Protect Ozone. I use the waste to produce compost, natural manure. This compost is odorless. And now, just on our demo farm, we are turning out thousands of seedlings of trees to combat ozone layer depletion. You know, see the way everything is going hand in hand.
I'm revolving.
Yeah. Now, we are campaigning against pesticide, chemical pesticide, because they deplete the ozone layer and stuff like that. We are producing pesticide from herbs here, just beside my backyard in Ikorodu here, to treat our plants. When you get Ikorodu
for this Lagos here.
For this Lagos.
No be Berlin.
No be Berlin, for this Lagos. And we now consider that. We said, oh, people don't have land in Lagos. What can we do? We are innovating city farming, whereby you don't have a land. Your compound, they don't jam the compound. Now, how can you plant? And when you get to the demo site, you see how we use waste materials for planting vegetables to fruit. You see it on the demo farm. We are encouraging people. See, we cannot only blame the government. And I'm using this medium to call on religious bodies, Christian religion bodies,
Islam,
religious, traditional rulers,
everybody,
academic institutions,
virtually every helping, yes.
You know, civil society. I'm using this medium to call upon them. If every family in Nigeria have a backyard farm, Chukudi will be fighting hunger sustainably in Nigeria.
Oga Sipasi, make I emphasize on one thing.
Okay.
From wetin you don't talk, the kind passion when they use the talk, it be like person when we say opportunity there somewhere, but we need to do the right thing. And from the way you don't talk, it just be like say this one will be APC problem or
PDP
no.
or state or local.
National
this
problem.
One problem when we say all of us as Nigerians. If we tackle them, we go find solution to this problem.
Chukudi.
Now, what we go do? We say, make we rush, enter inside this small break.
Let's just enter
when we go this break, come back. You go just continue with your examples. They tell us the kind things we do, so that for inside this our country, all this time when people go market, come back, they cry. Go market, come back, they complain.
You need to hear petty people they talk. Person carry 10,000 naira, enter market, you don't buy anything. You don't buy anything. In fact, make we enter break.
Now your wife.
Which kind of question? Why would he be asking?
No, I just be asking.
I tell you make you expose.
Why you can't change them to fight now?
No, why must you bring your wife?
So that 10,000 you give your wife who could be?
Because
welcome back to Aside Hot. Ezugu Chukudi. No. Make we not introduce ourselves first because our Ogun visitor don't show say he be big masquerade and full ground.
Yes.
Sipasi Olalekan Ayodele, one champion, one Africa. They inside studio with Nkubi and Ezugu Chukudi. And what we discuss now everything don't cost for market. If you not hear that one, it means na agriculture. And from the start of the show, go reach this moment, and we don't open everything, don't discuss the matter. Say if indeed for this our country. Say God don't bless us with better land, just as the green one we always talk about. We need to do the right things to use and ensure. Say food when we go chop, not go be something where we say when we go market finish, we go begin they cry. Oga Sipasi, before we go that break, you be in a talk of some very very important things. You use your Ikorodu farm when they your backyard. Use give example of the great things when they come. Aside from the 15 crates when you talk say every day. You also talk about the one where we say you they generate compost. When people feel use plant again, meaning say everything when they come out from what you get for your farm.
Exactly.
It not be
a serve purpose.
It they serve purpose. Now make we can't talk about one very important way they emphasize on education. We know say education not be just go school, get the certificate. Like for example, what you could be studying, what I study, they different. What you study, they different. You now person when we say if they line people up for agricultural business, you go there for front.
Exactly.
What you study. But if people like us won't enter, what will be the basic things when we suppose begin the learn? Now to go right jump again, go start from.
So they go apply for agriculture, or probably one particular major.
What will be those basic information when we need to get for ourselves so that we will get sense?
Well, when we talk about education, I would like to pick it from one Africa perspective.
Okay.
Where we are saying that every girl's count. You know, that every girl's count. The reason, I mean, we should educate our girls and stuff like that, because you notice that most of the farm processing works that are being done are by the females. You know, they need a good level of education to add premium to what they do. You get? So this thing is so easy, and I wonder why we are not achieving it as a country and a continent. Now you want to go into agriculture. If you know you want to go into agriculture, locate your interest. A friend of mine said, Sipasi, I want to go into agriculture. I have passion for agriculture. I said, wonderful. Which area of agriculture are you thinking or are you looking into? She said, anything agriculture. Imagine, such a person will fail. You get? Now, you want to go into agriculture, why don't you attach yourself to someone that is doing great in that particular area? You know, our youth should understand that we cannot be the center of the world. You know, you need to locate your niche. Know what you want. Know the aspect of agriculture you want to go into.
And put your total
commitment and strength to it. You know, the reason why the youth are not actually being so motivated is because, you know, yes, we talk about the incentives, but, you know, we are so confused. You know, we are so confused. We need to concentrate our energy and our strength to a cause that we believe in. I think that will help us a lot. So if you want to go into agribusiness, know that just try as much as possible to attach yourself to someone that is practical oriented. I have discovered with my BTech in agriculture and MSc in agriculture, I have discovered that there is nothing as compared as to the practical learning. There are so many things. During my project, I did exceptionally well. I mean, my first degree project. I started up my farm. I lost about 45% of my birds.
45%.
45% after 5 years in the university. I lost, and I did my internship very well. So there are so many things you need to understand when it comes to production.
Okay, Sipasi, make I just hold wait till you talk there.
Okay.
You get one talk where you talk about confusion, and I go relate am to this example when you give.
Exactly.
It be like say many of us when be young people when we go into agriculture, we not even think about wetin go come out for the farm now. Say 15 crates, I go make money,
exactly.
I go buy Bentley,
exactly.
I go buy Range Rover.
Exactly.
We know they even they understand, so that when we enter, the thing go come open our eyes, say, hey, like this thing they be. Continue.
You see people telling you that, I've gone into poultry production, I went into debt and stuff like that, because you did not factor some things into it. So I think these are areas we, as youths, we need to look into that. Agriculture, if you want to go into it, make sure that you attach yourself to someone that knows how to do it, learn the best practices, then you go into your production. That will help a lot.
Very true. Okay, Sipasi, make a whole wait till you talk again. We go throw our telephone lines open because it get one time when we discuss on this show, say, maybe people call us from different parts of this country, tell us how much they sell bag of rice for where they come from. And the kind things when we hear for our ear, it make fear catch us. But today, we no one complain again. With the Ogbonge farmer who don't get inside studio, now action and let's talk. So you go just go straight to the point. Tell us in your own little way how you think, say, somehow, you self help with the agricultural revolution when they come. And what do you think, say, government we do? We go here say, Oga Polycarp from Enugu, Chigozie from Enugu, Coach Joy from Aba, our people when they call us from Niger, Sokoto, Zamfara, Nasarawa, different parts of this country. Remember what in our Ogbonge visitor talk? In talk say, 65% of arable lands, that is where you feel plant when you go grow where and water. It dey inside Africa.
Yeah.
What thing we can they do for where we dey so sharp. Just talk your mind as it take concern the matter when we carry come. So make a call quickly. I go like give one breakdown. Over the weekend, they get one woman, her name na Chika Opara. Okay. She been go market. She talk say the market where she do her study from na mile 3 market for inside Port Harcourt. She come dey give the cost of goods or food items 2 years ago compared to wetin the thing dey now. Now I wan ask one important question. From all the things wey she give, it really show say we need to do plenty things. Like for example, we go need industries for inside this our country. I know say everybody talk of Abakaliki rice, everybody talk of Ofada rice, but some people go still they go for the one way they import from Thailand or the one way they import from other countries. Why? Because they go talk say our own when they process and finish stone they dey inside, stick they dey inside. Wetin be those things when we suppose begin to do? Make we start with rice first, because rice na something when we say everybody they chop, and our national food for this country na jollof rice. Wetin be those things when we go start to dey do so that even we when we say we dey plant, our rice go fine, and when we begin to import them or they export them, they give countries, they go chop and they no go complain. But before you answer that question, we get Obeya. Obeya, they call us from Lagos. So Obeya, good morning and welcome to As It Dey Hot.
Obeya, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Nkubi.
Yes, we greet you.
Good morning, Mr.
Obeya, good morning, everybody. Continue with the
in the studio.
Yes,
good morning.
Yeah, right on.
Yes, this is a very vital topic that you guys are treating today. Agriculture, indeed, it is you and me. I am from Benue State.
Food basket of the nation.
We are the food basket of the nation, yeah.
When I say the food basket, I mean I just title.
Agriculture started from the home. So it is how you are, like me, I was taught agriculture by my parents. It is the passion that you have towards agriculture that determines what you are going to fish out from the field. That is within our own set, not government side. Because apart from you, the government cannot help you. So if you have the zeal, the passion for the agriculture, before the side of government will work. Secondly, the government part is also vital in nowadays agriculture.
Very, very true. Oga Obeya, you don't
Thank
finish
you
talking
very,
about
very
this
much, Oga
matter.
Obeya.
You separate the two people. We, the people, start our own with passion. Government policies. Oga Polycarp, all the way from Enugu. Good morning and welcome to As It Dey Hot.
Good morning.
Good morning, Oga Polycarp.
Good morning,
Thank you. Good morning.
The grammar don't do too much, yo. Now, I was just here, if you know the grammar, please.
No problem.
I'm sorry
Continue.
about that.
I commend you for going to Germany and seeing what you start there.
Thank you.
Even they say we are trying to compare ourselves with developed countries. You know, it took more than 100 years for them to get independence and move to where they are now. Not like we are just because they are just 50-something years in independence. We have a very long way to go. So I don't think they say when you go that kind of conference, get the knowledge to come and do a small subsistence farming in Nigeria, because that Ikorodu alone is one farm company in Germany. It's only Ikorodu. You cannot do enough land to do mechanized farming in Nigeria. Only some parts of the north where get just the vast land, but down here we cannot get any place to do that kind of thing. The community land will get here.
Very, very true.
The other day, I just watched TV, one man with the package gari, granite, and sugar.
Yes.
And fast food. It's not commendable, but we need more than that from.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
Oga Polycarp,
thank you very,
we
very
need
much.
more than just say we dey do am small. Oga Chukwudi, they call us all the way from Owerri. Oga Chukwudi, good morning and welcome to As It Dey Hot.
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Oga Chukwudi.
Could be my brother. How you doing?
We dey fine, Jare.
Oga, guest, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yes. You see, I beg to disagree with you. There's one thing you said, which I didn't really fancy. You know, you said that if you have in mind that you are going to make money in agriculture, is a step towards your failure. I beg to disagree. You know one thing?
Okay.
If you go to most of these high institutions now, you discover that people who go in there to read agriculture don't go to read agriculture because they wanted to read it ab initio. It's either that they miss their first choice or second choice before they are pushed into agriculture.
Okay.
That is where you see people who don't read animal science, people don't read soil science, people don't read fishery. Because they feel by the time they finish, they will come out either begging or not being gainfully employed. That is one. Two, there must be some level of attraction. People read law, people read medicine because they feel that when they graduate, they will make money, they will take care of their family. But people don't have that passion in agriculture because it doesn't seem to be attractive. Government should come in. Government should come in. You see, you said about life. Power is people. It's number one.
Yes.
All this security vote money here and there, governors are enjoying. Let them spend 50% of their security vote to agriculture. Let our youth be gainfully employed. And by so doing, people will have the zeal and the morale to, like, I have a senior brother who wants to write jam. I asked him, what does he want to read? He said medicine. I said, no. Go and read agriculture. I know you can. He said, for God forbid, I can't do that. Reason, because he feels that by the time he graduates, he'll not make it. So, but it's wrong. There must be some level of attraction so that people will have the zeal and the morale to go into this course and do it better.
Thank you very much.
Chukwudi.
We appreciate your important contribution. And you don't talk level of attraction. You don't also talk of incentives. But you've been saying no to one thing when you talk. Before you address them, we enter inside Onitsha, Anambra State. Eze, good morning and welcome to As It Dey Hot.
As It Dey Hot, the thing they sweet me, they go.
Thank you very much.
The man where they for center will be saying that where they preside over this program. I say, my brother, God bless you.
Thank you. Amen.
You'll be really farmer indeed. The thing when I catch for the thing where they talk, they say, if you want to go to school, make you go school, study to know the thing where you want to do.
Yes.
Not only to go school so that you go pass, carry certificate, begin
the work about, yes.
And they carry and they join the thing where they say they talk. You say, if you want to practice agriculture, meet the person where don't already they do it. So that you from there,
you go free land.
You are 35 brothers, don't go die as it down your hand the first time where you start. I mean you within that as they talk now. So when you attach yourself to the people where don't already they do it, you yourself will not go get lost
Yes.
Exactly.
And you know, we get discouraged.
Yes.
Of course, yes.
Because experience matters in anything.
Exactly.
But another thing when you at the top is saying, people when they govern us, when they enter that city, they be like say some kind of demon enter them. The thing where they supposed
They're going to ignore
they
them.
do. The thing where they supposed to implement will go uplift the nation, where they call Nigeria. They no go do it.
Very, very true. Okay,
thank you very,
for
very
this
much.
important contribution. We get Coach Joy all the way from Aba. Coach Joy, good morning and welcome to Asi the Hot.
Good morning, Chukwudi. Good morning, everyone there.
Good morning, Coach.
Thank you. I'm from Umaya. That's where I'm living.
Oh,
Okay.
Umaya. Okay,
Yes.
continue.
I want to see. I'm so glad to you people inviting your guest. He's a young man, and he is really into it. You know, if all of us will have the kind of mindset he has, you know, hungry will not kill us. But the most important thing we do inside this matter, be say our leaders, they talk and for mouth, but they need to put them for action. You understand? Provide the equipment for those who are interested. Like he said, he has a farm as his backyard. At least people can plant ogo, or plant water leaf, whatever.
Yes.
You know, for your own koro. Then for government, let them pump in money into agriculture. Not only talking. Provide the equipment. Provide the people like the person you have in your studio there that already knew how to go about this thing. So that we will forge ahead and make progress, not talking alone.
Exactly.
So that's my this thing today.
Thank you very much, Coachy. You don't also add up your own voice to the whole matter we will done the talk here. And so if we want answer one particular question.
Yes. Somebody been talk about say you talk say maybe na miscommunication. Or you been say no. He been talk say you say person going to RAM for money, you no go make am. I don't just address the issue.
Yeah, I never said that. I only said that if you want to go into agriculture, you must make sure that you have the right person to coach you and tutor you, and even probably go under the person to learn. How will you invest your money in your passion
and
that you've something you've not tried before?
And then you can't lose.
And when we're in Germany, I met Dr. Mo Mohammed, one of the strong oats in Africa, I mean the powerful men in Africa. And he said, he gave a statistic that was actually touchy. He said in Africa, with the arable lands we have and with the agricultural potentials we have, just 2%.
You don't go verse. You go need to just pause, because let's say you get somebody for our phone line. All right. You could quickly collect that before you go continue. Good morning, Frank. Frank, good morning.
Okay, Frank, you did here. What you will do now be say permanently. We know say the phone lines they hot, but we just padlock so that all of us go put our ear for ground now. As in don't talk, learn from person when sabi, so that after we come up for this show now planting, we will begin the plant. So fire down.
Professor, Dr. Mo Mohammed said that in Africa, with the blessings we have in agriculture, with the enormous potential we have, that just 2% of students in our universities studied agriculture.
2%. With the tremendous
opportunities
potential, blessing.
in agriculture. Now, the truth is, I chose animal production and health from the scratch. Agriculture was not a second choice for me because my parents also played a very good role in it. My mother, to be specific, a very good role. She told me, is this what you want to study? I said, yes. Okay, go ahead. And we have a lot of parents that will tell their children. I was on the farm working tremendously one day, and someone came to me and said, agriculture is too difficult. My child can never study agriculture. And the man came back after he came back from Germany. He said, Sipasi, where did you go? I said, I quickly went to Germany. Quickly went to Germany. For what?
Quickly.
Said, yeah, quickly. Said, for what? Said, they invited me to speak on G20 platform. The man opened mouth. I gave him some vegetables, fresh from the farm.
The same man was saying Peking.
Peking no fit study agriculture. So, the youth, we need to change our mindset. We need to synergize, form cooperatives. We need to come together. We don't have anything called island of knowledge. We need to come together to learn and also to produce together. And I also want to encourage our lecturers in the higher institutions, to actually help their students to tap into the global market, the economic market. Now, with the issue of agriculture in our society as the way it's affecting nutrition, stunted growth, and everything, let me tell you, a nation with stunted children will give in future an economy that is stunted. So now, the pain in the system now is still manageable. We can still correct it.
Adjust to it.
We can still adjust and make amends. But when it gets to the nearest future, that our children are stunted already because it will affect their brain. The brain will shrink. You know, now
it will eventually...
I was thinking one day and I said that I can see a future whereby the Westerners will come and make use of our land that we cannot use. Then we'll buy from them what is being produced from our land. You know, we need to stand up to responsibility. You know, and one important thing, message I want to send to our government and our policymakers is to be, they have the solution to agricultural problem. I must tell you, they have. But the implementing partners, they need holistic implementing partners. You know, the government cannot come and implement. They have partners here and there, but they need holistic approach to implement the sources of this particular...
But Oga Sipasi, if you talk, say, government no get the power, but if government, government defines what happens in a nation, government, they put out the structures, but government also go fit direct saying, like this, I want my structure today. At least, waiting me that way go take them to say, they know fit go into that partnership with them in the same set of way, at least for us, for Nigerians to at least benefit effectively. Because the way you're saying, I think it could be very hard somehow for government. When they say, and then they define the factors.
It's not hard. I'm just telling them that, you know, they should, the implementing partners now should be holistic to the government and also to the society, you know, in implementing the approach that is coming from the government.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Oga Sipasi, you don't finish talk on top of this matter. And I can't remember song when we say, when we small, now what we sing, who could be no go know this one? I just only talk about Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀,
Níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa, ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́, a máa jalè. You, I don't share you.
Finish am.
Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́, a máa jalè.
No, finish am.
No, I've said it.
No, finish
I've said it enough. Finish
am.
Right on like that.
Right on.
I mean, at least I don't deliver. That is the couple.
Right on.
I don't shame you. The first, I don't shame you.
Our people went there for house. This one today now call to action. Too much talk, it don't stop. Now to move and begin the show. Oga Sipasi don't show us say, this one not be government, this one not be people, this one not be APC, not be PDP. Everybody must know say, your phone, you must charge am if you want use am. You must chop inside your belly if you want grow well. Remember what he talk? Stunted growth go lead to stunted development. Because the brain when they go use think, the thing go don't shrink. So this now time for us to begin the act now and begin the move. All those I own, they use the look farmer. Oh, farmer, dirty. Remember, say if that farmer no dirty, to cultivate, you know, go fit chop. And now with mechanized farming for maybe livestock and the rest of them, no be just hand. Maybe we begin the move now. Nkubi.
Yeah, so tomorrow we'll come again.
Finish that song.
Una bye bye.
Finish
Thank
that
you very
song.
much.
Oga Sipasi, you do
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you very much. The way people To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.